The following is a fan-based parody. My Hero Academia is owned by Shueisha, Viz Media, Shonen Jump, Studio Bones, Funimation, and Kohei Horikoshi. Please support the official release on Bookwalker. Use promo code CARF to get 600 yen off your first purchase of digital manga or light novels. More details in the description below.
Why didn't you warn me?
I warned you about what?
About what? You said all that stuff about my pudding pot and meringue. You said my lips wouldn't blow off.
I said what? That doesn't even make sense. Meringue isn't pudding. You make it out of, I don't know, eggs? That's where you went wrong, my boy.
Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense. Wait, no it doesn't. That's just gibberish.
All right, fine. Maybe I should have told you. It was just a bit of hazing, you know? It's like a sacred tradition among one-for-all users.
Oh, really? So you were just putting me through the same thing that you went through? That's actually kind of cool.
Who, me? Nah, I was sort of the exception to the rule. Mastered it right out of the gate. Didn't even break a sweat, much less a bone. You should have seen the look on Master Shimura's face. Her words said she was proud, but her eyes, those eyes wanted blood. But don't get too hung up on that, my boy. Just because others were born with more power than you, doesn't mean you can't catch up to them. With a little time and training under your belt, I know you'll be able to handle it.
Because after all, the only quirk a hero really needs is perseverance.
Wow.
Ooh, is that a hero over there?
Yeah! Oh, wait, shit, look at the hair. I think it's All Might.
Oh, no, really? Do you think he hurt us?
I'm not sure. Let's get out of here before he tries to give us his autograph.
He's so pathetic.
Oh, don't worry, sir. I'm sure they're talking about it different. All Might.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman.
It's finally here! My first day at UA! Sure, I may have only gotten in through some less than savory means, but we're just not gonna think about that! Say hello to the box, uncomfortable realities! Ah, there we go, that's the good stuff. Alright, this is it. Time to get in there and meet the future heroes of Japan!
Goodness gracious! Where is your tie, student? Your collar is completely ungarmented like a common streetwalker. Your heaving bosoms flapping in the breeze for all to see. I've never seen such a shameful display.
Well, everyone's the hero of their own story.
I know you lesbians like to wear the men's clothes, but you're taking things a bit far, don't you think? Those pants look ridiculous on you.
As amusing as this is, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you fucking preppy fuck?
What? You're a man? But your eyes sparkle so.
Huh?
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Did you hear something?
I say you should stick your tongue down his throat!
Hi. Nice to meet you all.
God damn it! They were soup's gonna French!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's you! My name is Tenya Iida, and you will teach me your ways, prophet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. My name's Izuku Midoriya. We actually met before.
Oh, I know. I would never forget such a trailblazer as yourself.
Eh?
You are a practitioner of the old ways, are you not? It was a truly brilliant stratagem. I mean, prioritizing civilian safety over personal glory? Tell me, however did you strike upon such a novel idea?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but everything you're saying makes me so sad.
Hey, you didn't die! Rock on!
Blech.
That nurse was really going ham with that rock! I was pretty out of it, so I thought maybe it was like a mercy killing or something. But hey, you're alive! That's neat.
Blech. Thank you. I did my best.
Oh hey, you can say people words. Good for you.
Wait, what? He's actually here? But I thought...
This is outstanding news, kids! It's nearly impossible to get into UA. But to think both of you made the cut? Quite impressive.
Yeah, Both of us.
Especially you, young Midoriya. I'm sorry I didn't have more faith in you, but it looks like all your hard work is really paying off.
God damn, you fucking savage.
I couldn't be more proud of you two. You both deserve a big thumbs. Oh!
My God. So, that must mean Teach got UA in on the joke? Oh, that little bastard's gonna wash out day one. God damn, Teach. You're my hero. Fuck, what was your name again?
Oh, anyway, I'm really looking forward to learning how to be a good hero with you guys so I can save babies and puppies and shit.
That's cool. You're cool.
Hey. You kids want to see a cocoon turn into a beautiful butterfly? Behold, the majesty of nature!
My word! Some vagrant seems to have wandered onto the premises. Probably hopped up on the angel's dust. Beware, my fellows. The drug will have made his reflexes quite remarkable.
Look, I may be homeless, but I'm still your teacher. Call me Mr. Aizawa.
No offense, stinky dude, but I call bullshit and smell bullshit.
All right, put these on. I've already warmed them up for you, so you don't need to bother stretching. Let's get this over with.
Do we really have to?
Ugh, I smell like sadness and cigarettes.
I think mine's been soaked in whiskey.
Hey, I'm gonna need that back.
Sir? Aren't we supposed to be at opening ceremonies right now? Are we gonna get in trouble if we miss it? Woo?
Save the cutesy act for someone who's buy-in, kid. You should have plenty to choose from around here.
What? What do you mean?
Well, at least for now. We're gonna have us a little contest, kids. And depending on how well you do, one of you is going home.
Sweet, winner gets a half day.
No, whoever scores the lowest is going to be expelled.
Ah, I see. So it's like golf.
Beg your pardon, sir, but are you fucking high? I mean, it's our first day. Maybe you could go a little easier on us. Lube us up a little first.
Life doesn't give you lube, kid, and neither do I. You're gonna be competing in all those little fitness tests you're probably familiar with from grade school, but with a twist. I'm not gonna be kneecapping you by saying you can't use your quirks to your advantage. You're gonna go all out. That way, there'll be no question as to which one of you has the least potential.
Oh yeah? Damn. Man, I wonder who it'll be. Right, guys?
I don't know you yet.
Bitch.
Right. Well, you seem excited, you little chuckle fuck. Why don't you go first?
Huh? Oh, so you're starting with the best? Grading on a curve? I like your style.
Sure. Why don't you put a little pepper on it? Show us what you've got.
Oh, you want to see what I've got? Well, if you insist.
I do.
Well, watch me.
I am. That's my job.
Good! Because I'm about to blow your fucking mind!
Are you trying to intimidate me, kid? What are you gonna do, fuck my wife? Sorry to say that ship has sailed.
What?
I said throw the ball.
Extraordinary. And you're sure he's a man?
Yeah, he's a guy, all right.
It boggles the mind. Next you'll be telling me Todoroki has a penis.
No one tell him!
705.2, huh? I've seen worse. I guess it's something.
Hey!
Alright, I think you brats get the idea. So, who's ready to start?
Oh, hell yeah! We finally get to show off as much as we want!
This is perfect! If any of you sluts get in my way, I will melt your faces off!
She means it. I've seen her do it.
Oh, disappointing. You're just like the rest.
Okay, granted. This seems pretty bad. Sure, I may have a monstrously powerful new quirk that will tear me to shreds if I so much as blink wrong, but that's not gonna be a problem today because I was really hoping for some instant inspiration there. No, I'm just gonna die? It's cool.
just shy of my best time. I shall endeavor to improve next time, sir.
What? Jesus, I can't hear you over your thunderous calves! Turn them off!
Apologies, sir.
My eyes! My skin! Okay, you can do this. Just tap into the massive power within you, and then ask it politely yet firmly to please not cripple you again. All right, here goes. Oh, heck, that's a personal best.
Damn, dude! You weighed 540 kilograms! You stud! You beast! You absolute freak!
You're an abomination in the eyes of our Lord!
Thanks, fellas.
Bye, bitch! I mean, golly! How was that, sir?
What? What?
Jeepers! Well, I guess now the aliens will have something to play with.
I mean, you don't really think it's gonna get that far, right? Right?
Dude, let go of me.
My word! Not only is he not slowing down with each bounce, he actually seems to be increasing in velocity. He is creating energy! This changes everything we know about thermodynamics!
I can't stop! Someone help me!
Take heart, young man! Your noble sacrifice to scientific progress shall not be forgotten!
All right, looks like you're up. Freckles. Fuck it, I'm too tired for this. Just imagine I said something devastating.
Don't worry, sir. I got a few in reserve all ready to go. All right, Isuku, this is your last chance. You and I both know you blew every event so far. That's all you can do to keep from killing yourself, much less compete with everyone else. They've all got such amazing quirks, and they're so talented. I mean, did you see that purple kid?
You guys, I don't feel so good!
That suit's time and space have been torn asunder before our very eyes!
You know what you have to do. And yeah, you know how bad it's gonna hurt, but not nearly as much as it would to get kicked out after you fought so hard to be here. So if I gotta lose an arm to keep my spot, then that's just what I'll do. After all, no tuition is too unreasonable for a hero! Yeah! But yeah, though.
So that's your thing, huh? You gonna be the self-sacrificing idiot, pulling out one clutch save before the rest of your team has to carry your broken ass? You proud of being a burden? You feel good about yourself?
Not even once, sir.
Aw, he has such pain inside him. That's so fucking hot.
Do you really think I haven't seen this bit 1,000 times? Kids like you always think someone's gonna come along and pick up after you. But newsflash! Sometimes there's no one else there. And you're just lying there, broken and alone, eating top ramen you made on a fucking space heater.
Wait, what?
Ah, I see now. He canceled out Midoriya's power with his eyes. So that filthy hobo is the D-lister, Eraserhead. I've heard a lot about him from my brother, but he's certainly not what I would have expected.
And all you can think is maybe if you'd paid more attention to her needs instead of working all the damn time, maybe you wouldn't be hiding out in the school rafters like some kind of rat. Except even the rat has a fucking house to go home to.
I don't mean to interrupt, but is this still about me and my quirk?
You really thought that love was enough to keep her around? You selfish prick. You were only holding her back. You really couldn't tell that all those late-night pottery classes were a cry for help? No one's making flower pots at 4 a.m., you fucking idiot! She was fucking the whole town raw, and you just let it happen because you're a coward. Why couldn't you pay attention to someone other than yourself for 5 fucking minutes?
You're right! I should have treated her better!
You're damn right! Okay. So, glad we're clear on that. why don't you take another crack at that pitch and, maybe we don't tell the principal what we just talked about. Sound good, champ?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You idiot. Now look what you did. You upset Mr. Aizawa on your first day. Probably thinks you're the worst student in UA history.
I wonder how many wet wipes I'd have to steal to get a full bath in.
This is as far as I go, isn't it? I can't beat the other kids if I don't go all out, but I still can't do it without going all goopy-armed. I'm really in hot water here. Wait, that's it! He's talking about the ball! I've been so focused on keeping myself from exploding that I've completely ignored the ball's needs. Of course, it's all so clear now. My finger is the space heater, and the ball is the Robin!
What the fuck?
Mr. Aizawa, I get what you were trying to teach me. All I needed was one finger to get her done.
Yeah. You get him.
Hot damn! Y'all heard that too, right?
I know! Now I really want ramen!
Well, would you look at that? 705.3. See that, kids? That's a real score. I mean, 705.2 is okay, I suppose, but 705.3. That .1 is what divides the heroes from the sidekicks.
What the fuck is this? Stupid Deku doesn't have a quirk! I would have known! Why wouldn't he have used it all those times I wailed on him? Unless he wanted me to do it. This sick son of a bitch! Using me for his own sexual gratification! All these years, I've been his unknowing whore! I'm nobody's whore, Deku!
Yeah, I'm gonna need you kids to stop finishing your thoughts out loud. It's either one or the other. None of this half and half shit.
Huh? What? Sorry, I was just thinking about... No, it's too painful.
Now, can I let you go? Or are you gonna keep throwing your little temper tantrum? Hotheads like you need to know when to submit.
I told you, I'm nobody's whore!
Then you're in the wrong line of work, son.
Y'all are killing me!
Alright, now stand aside, you two. There are other students in this class waiting to take their disappointing throws. Tape boy, you're up.
Yeah! Wait, what?
Your throw is really awesome, Kachan. I'm sure I just got lucky.
That was an amazing throw, man! I totally thought he was gonna kill you.
Yeah, kinda same.
Fucking pervert.
Alright, moment of truth. Who's excited to go home early?
Woo!
Forever.
Oh, right! No! No?
No.
No! Nailed it.
Oh, heck, hickety heck! It's gonna be me. I broke my finger and still only managed one decent score. Unless this is going by golf rules, I'm completely screwed.
Nah, brah. I made the same mistake. You know what they say, it's a no-go on the golf. Oh. Anyway, you seem upset. You doing okay?
Kaminari? Are you in my head?
Totes, bro. Sometimes I use electricity to make my think box talk to other people's think boxes.
Does that make sense?
I don't know. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Because maybe!
Okay, looks like the winner is... Terrence!
What?
Well, looks like this is the end of the road for old Terry.
No! No!
You can't send him away! He was the best of us!
Aw, there's no need to cry, friends. You're all going to do such amazing things.
We'll never forget you, Terrence, and all that you taught us.
Thanks to him, I was able to fix my relationship with my parents.
No, Mina, you did that all on your own by admitting your love of breakdancing to your weird footloose dad. Now, I must leave you. Goodbye, everyone! Goodbye!
Yeah, so anyway, the rest of you get to stay, I guess. Congratulations.
Now I gotta cut loose, pull loose, kick off the Sunday shoes.
Ah, that feels so much better. Recovery Girl's power is really amazing. She only had to reset it twice this time.
Midoriya, may I have a word?
I mean, yes?
I have decided that we shall enter into a friendship. Would you be amenable to this?
What? You really want to be friends with me? I mean, I don't know if I'm cool enough to deserve that.
Nonsense. By my reckoning, you are totes the raddest dude in class. I hear self-harm is all the rage these days.
Oh no!
Now that that's settled, why don't I have my lawyers fax your lawyers a contract of camaraderie, and we can hammer out the details.
Oh, I don't think we need all that. We could just make it like an informal thing.
You goddamn maverick.
Hey, slow your roll, bitches!
That kind of language is hardly appropriate for a hero, young lady.
Oh, fuck, it's not? Shit. I mean, please slow your roll, bitches.
Much better.
Anywho, Deku! You wanna walk me home? I feel like we have so much to teach each other.
Deku?
Yeah, Deku! That's what good old Triple B called you, right?
Triple B? To whom are you referring?
You know, Triple B, bitch boy Bakugou.
Actually, Deku's just kind of like a nickname Gachan calls me. Like, out of love. Or like the opposite of that. To hurt me? Yeah, just to hurt me.
I get that energy.
Ah, I think I understand. So it's basically just a Japanese pun. Since kanji often have multiple pronunciations and meanings, the character for the Izu part of Izuku's name can also be read as...
I'm gonna be honest with you, freak legs. I spaced out around the word basically. Started looking at a really cool bird.
Caw.
But like, real talk? I think Deku kinda works for you. You could like roll into battle and be all like, I'm Deku! And then the villains are all like, I'm not afraid of some Zelda shrimp, motherfucker! And then BAM! Fisted! Also, it's pretty cute.
So my name's Deku now is what's happening.
What? For goodness sake, man! Have some self-respect!
Why start now? Well, all in all, my first day of school was a lot more touch and go and finger smashing than I would have liked. But I'm still standing. And now I've got 2 new friends to have my back along the way.
Reveal your secrets to me.
Hey, did anyone ever help that purple kid?
Oh God, it's getting bigger!